Hey y'all, Shonda here. So we are in our next Planberry video. We're breaking it down. We are filling it out. Don't forget, if you need to still get your Planberry, I have the link below where you can get, I have the 8.5 size, but you can also get the 11.5 size too. All right, so I'm gonna put the link below, as well as like a meditation that you can do to kind of get your mind right, to get your perspective right before you start planning and executing and going into this. I highly suggest you do that before popping everything open. So in this video, we are going to start from the event section. So Planberry is awesome. You know, y'all already know I think that. So everything has its tabs. So you can go to your events tab and go ahead and open it, and you'll see a section. It's going to be 2 pages that says main events for the year. And so what I do is I write out, I do like January, February, March, April, May. I go across like this, but of course, like fill it out whatever feels comfortable and natural to you. I'm left-handed, so I'm always kind of moving in the opposite direction of everybody else. Now, what I do for the main events in this section, I write down things like if there are weddings, if there are, let's say, like Blippy Live is coming to town, things like that, like those big events, if there's a conference, things like that. I use this section, my birthday, right? I use this section to write all of that in. Something that I started doing this year that I really, really like is I'll also write down like my main events that are like wins for me. So if I wind up teaching or presenting a workshop somewhere that like wasn't even planned, things like that, that wasn't already in my calendar, I go to main events and I write them down, or just big events. For me, when it, especially like in my career, I'll write those things down, or just major wins that happen. If we have like a huge blessing or a breakthrough, I actually write those down too in the main events for the year. Because at the end of the year, or when you get to the end of using your planner, you can go back to your main events and you can really look at all your wins that you had. You can look at all the abundance that you had. Even if you're in the middle of the year and you feel like, man, I'm not doing nothing, nothing's happening for me, go back to your main events of the year. See what you've already accomplished. Like, remind yourself of what you've already done. So you're not so busy worrying about, I don't know what's next, I don't know what's coming, I feel like I'm not doing anything. Write those down in the main events part of your Planberry. And when those feelings start coming up, go back to this main event section. Remind yourself of everything you're accomplishing, or remind yourself of the rest that you took that was intentional. You might write on 1 month, rest. I'm not doing nothing. Don't book me for nothing. Right? And then show yourself, be proud, like, dang, I really did take me some rest. Okay, let's get to it. So you can use this event section, write down those weddings and those birthdays and the trips that you have to do, those really big things. But I also suggest you write this down for your wins too, those really big wins that you have. All right, here we go. Next section. All right, so the next section, this is where we get to like the nitty gritty. This is where we get to, I mean, it's all good stuff, but the good stuff. So we start with 3-month goals. Okay, so in here, if you're starting at the top of the year, you can do January through March. And there's 3-month goals in each section. They take the month section and they start you off with, the first page will be a 3-month goal. So let's say that's your January through March, just to make it simple. After you do like this 3-month goal that we're going to go through, you're going to have 3 blank calendar pages. I don't know if y'all can see that. 3 blank calendar pages for each month. So you'll have a blank page for January, and then a monthly review, a blank page for February, a monthly review, a blank page for March, and a monthly review. Then you'll go into your next 3-month goals. Okay, so that's how the month section is broken down. Okay, so in this video, we're just going to go over how you are mapping out your 3-month goals. And then in the next video, we're going to map out our month together. Okay, because then you'll be able to take that and put it together for the remainder of the year. So 3-month goals, we got January through March, right? What are your top 5 goals that you want to achieve between January and March? This is when, again, you can go and flip back to your top yearly goals. Are there any yearly goals in here that you want to accomplish through January and March? If so, Carry them things over, carry those bad boys over and put them in one of your goals for your January to March. So if it's, and this can be in any area of your life. So maybe your goal is to work out consistently 2 times a week. And then y'all already know what Planberry gonna do. Boom, right next to it. Why do you want it? Okay. So same thing, just like how we did the yearly goals. Write out your goals over the next 3 months. I suggest looking at how you can make it balanced. Try not to, especially for my entrepreneurs, my fellow entrepreneurs, try not to make it all about your business. Put some family in there, put some self-care in there, put your finances in there, put your personal development. Balance out your goals, okay? And then why do you want it? Then when you go over to the page that's next to your 3 month goals, action steps, and they're all aligned. So when you have goal 1 right here and why do you want it, your action steps for goal 1 is literally right across the page. So it's how you can hold yourself accountable. So for example, my goal 1, like for my business, was get 3 contracts with organizations or schools or small businesses to present like movement and meditation workshops. Why do I want it? Well, I'm trying to build stability for my business and I want to just be out there practicing more and serving more. So what are my action steps? I just do 2 to 3 action steps. I try to keep it simple with myself. I got ADHD, y'all, and if I put too much on there, I'm going to get overwhelmed and I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to procrastinate and I'm going to be like, that's nice. And I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just feel good that I have the plan. And then I'm going to just sit back after that. But if I make it simple in my mind, it starts to feel doable. Okay. So goal 1, right? So my action steps are like send out proposals, like develop the list of people and organizations I want to work with, and then actually send them the proposal. Okay, so those are 2 action steps. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I can do that, right? And then I can follow up. So at least even if I don't secure them in the next 3 months, I'm putting the action behind it to get me to my goals. So when you fill out those goals, keep them balanced. Don't skip over the why you want it. Don't just feel like, oh, okay, this is what I want. All right, these are the action steps. Don't skip over why you want it, because why you want it is going to really make you think about if it should be a goal for this quarter. Should it be a goal for these 3 months? Or do you need to move it or do you need to scrap it? Don't skip the why I want it, okay? All right. I know I went into teacher mode. All right, y'all. So get into your 3 month goals, sit with that, think about why you want it. And then in the next video, we are going to map out your month. I'm just gonna start with January to make it easy. And you can start wherever you are. But we're going to map out your month together. We're gonna go over the monthly review and just some tips and tricks for what you can use your notes section for each month for. All right, get to it, fill out those goals, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.